What is up, legends? Martin Legend and Theodore the Magic Mascot. And my wife is back because she wants to learn how to
back.
do...
I never went anyway.
Well, for us, or for them, we've been gone for 24 hours. But for you and me, we've been here the whole time.
It sounds like conspiracy.
Okay, so guys, she actually stuck around for this one. Usually she goes and does her nails now or makes
I'm busy.
makes coffee or something like
busy
that.
with my nails.
She usually does something like that, but she actually wants to stick around for this one, I think.
You made me.
I did not make you. I asked you want to learn how to do this and you said yes. Guys, if you want to learn how to do this card trick, fantastic. You clicked on the right video. And yes, if you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like Theodore the Magic Mascot, which you all should, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into today's tutorial. She's on her way somewhere, and I have a suspicion it's not going to be good. I don't know where she's headed. Oh, she's fetching one of Theodore's many friends. And as you can see, he's a little bit bigger than Theodore. His name is Bud, but he's got nothing to do with the channel. He's just chilling.
He's visiting for the day.
He's just visiting for the day, so he's just going to chill over here on this chair. You guys can't see him, but no, he is there. And he's watching you. He's like Santa Claus. He knows if you've been good or bad. Okay, guys, so without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial of yesterday's card trick. Okay, guys, and Theodore just fell. Okay, guys, so how this one works, I'm going to work with the exact same cards. Okay, so let's say you pack the cards like this, and let's say that you picked in the performance, you picked number 3 was your lucky number.
Yeah.
Let's say for this argument's sake, 2 is your lucky number. Okay, but I don't know that. So now I turn my back and you pick card number 2. Let's just
Don't
give
ruin
it.
my card.
I won't ruin it. I'll improve it. I'm improving on her art.
Can you cut in the lines?
Yes, I'm coloring in the lines because the lines are quite thick. The lines are thick. So yes, I'm coloring in on the lines.
What's the spot?
No, I did not miss a spot. I have a visitor apparently. Okay, I'll be back shortly. I have a visitor, everybody. That doesn't happen every day. You guys will honestly not believe that. My neighbor just came and knocked on my door and asked me if they can borrow a marker, or as the people in YouTube call it, a Sharpie. Literally, I cannot believe how that worked out, but they asked if they can borrow a Sharpie, and literally, I just finished coloring this in, and they asked if they can borrow it. Okay, so that's kind of really strange, but okay, yes, so let's get back into how to do this card trick. So now it's very important that you tell the person that this is their special number. It's not the card. Now, you have to do it with them across from the table from you. That's why before the trick you were standing here next to me and I asked you to sit that side. It's very important because they look at vantage point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You look at vantage point from this side as the magician. So now their magic number is 2. Now the only number I'm concerned about, I'm not concerned about their number, I'm just concerned about my number. And I'll put on these cards, I'll just place them like that. I'll put on these cards what each number means. This one for me would be 0 or 5. This one would be 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 0 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I pick a magic number and I move it from this side, but I remember my numbers from this side. This side is 0 or 5. If I move 0 cards, or if I move all 5. But moving all 5, can you see it's just like moving 0? Because I'll move this one, then this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah. So they're all in the same position again. So this card will then be 0 or 5. This card will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say I move 1 card, right?
Yeah.
Now...
You said that a little bit because you moved the one just to show.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just concerned about my number.
No, I'm just for them.
Okay, I moved just this card.
Yeah.
I moved just 1 card. Now I'll ask you to move your special number. What was your special number?
Was it 2?
2, right? So now you move 1, 2. What was my number?
1.
This is?
0, 5.
This is?
1.
Let's look at it again. You picked number 2. I picked 2 as my lucky number, right? You had 2, so you move 2, right? What is my number?
2, so it'll be this one. You could do it like this, the tutorial, have it open.
I can have it open. Okay, so there one is, that's a good idea. So They picked card number 2. I showed you 1 and 2. I'll show you 3. If my magic number is 3, the spectator's number is still 2, and it's 0, 1, 2, 3. It always works that way. You just have to remember your number and remember 0, 5, 1, 2,
And you
3,
can move it
4.
out. You can move it any month you want to.
Yes, as long as you remember that number at the end.
No, I mean you. Like you can pick 1, you can pick 2.
Yes, I can move it out. Yes, that's
But
a good. I can move it 0, 1, 2, 3, or 5. 0, then the end this will be 0, 5, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3,
Okay, so if you
this will be
move 4 quickly. Or
Okay, this was the original position because you picked card number 2. So I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll just move them back into the camera. What was your number?
Mine is 2.
1, 2.
And yours will be 4.
This is 0 and
And
5.
then it will always end up your number 4.
It will always end up in your number, just as long as you remember 0 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Interesting.
Okay, and now I'm just going to set up for the.
I most likely
We'll forget this.
not remember. I have that goldfish memory.
But what did you think of this trick?
Good trick.
Just going to take Theodore out of the shot.
Do you think I can trick my kindergarten? Grade R. So in America they say
She
kindergarten.
teaches grade R, which is 5-year-olds that turn 6 in the year
It's
that they.
kindergarten
Yes, in
in
America you
America.
guys know it as kindergarten, where I teach grade.
You forgot who-
No, grade 7s. I'm just trying to think. That's middle school.
Yeah.
Yes, middle school. I teach grade 7, so 12-year-old. Becoming 13 years
Do you
old.
think I can?
I think if
No,
they understand how to move that amount of
they
numbers,
won't.
I've used this card trick to fool my kids
But I can do
a
it with
lot.
the adult, with the children. The children might be fooled because like the adult can help.
Yes, just the only thing is you can't do this with like objects or something. You have to do it with cards. Because if you do it with objects, let's say you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objects. Now you asked them to pick an object, right? Let's say they picked a card. Now when you move 2 and you ask them to move their number, then you can figure out what their thing was. So you have to do it with things. That's why it's nice to be able to sign the card and turn the cards back face down. You can't do it with like objects or
You
color
can,
blocks,
that was just
but
very
then
good.
it's too easy to figure it out. Then it won't be such a good trick because then okay, so you guys are getting a super tutorial today. Let's say we pick 5 objects, right? Now I ask you to pick something and keep
Oh,
it in
you
your
can
mind.
see it move.
Yes, I can see how many things you moved. So it won't be
okay.
as effective as with the cards. And look at the random things that's lying on this table. It's the most random things ever.
It's magician things.
It's a magician's table, this except for the plug. Anyway, guys, this is a longer video than intended, but you guys saw a lot of back and forth between my wife and I, and most of you have indicated that you like that. And yes, the magic of the neighbor making my Sharpie disappear, that was still, I still can't believe that. Anyway, guys, until next time, Martin Legend and Theodore, the magic mascot, and my amazing wife. Peace, everybody.